The following material is not an attempt to discredit the speaker. The video is a critical analysis of public health presentations and facts contained therein. We encourage a more thorough research of the health subjects and accurate presentation of facts. We wish the speaker well and continued growth in his speaking skills.
Today, we turn our critical attention to a health seminar presented by Liviu Tudoroiu. Liviu holds two crucial positions at the General Conference of the Reform Movement. He is director of the Global Missionary Work and a member of the Church's Doctrinal Committee. In such official capacity, we would expect Liviu to feel it his solemn responsibility to deliver a presentation with accuracy and competence. In Englewood, Colorado, where Liviu gave his health lectures, he was featured as a motivational speaker. To his credit, after watching his seminar, we were motivated to yet another critical analysis of his presentations. In our opinion, Liviu showed the worst of himself, again. He passed gross cultural judgment. He used unsubstantiated statistics or outright inaccurate facts. He gave no definition or development of terms and tools. He gave no solutions for overcoming alleged food addiction, as was the title of his introductory topic. Liviu had so many random thoughts shooting through his brain that the result was very disjointed presentations without a logical sequence of a topic.
We don't need logic.
From his first lecture, we learned that Liviu respects Chinese culture and society.
I do have a lot of respect for Chinese culture and society.
We also learned how Liviu shows respect for Chinese people. He uses them as an example of bad eating habits, and it looks like he made a little fun of the Chinese when he said that they eat everything that moves.
In China, they have in a village 2.7 million. They eat everything that outside of helicopters and airplanes. Cats, dogs, bugs, worms, snakes, rats, everything that moves outside of helicopters and airplanes.
Liviu continues showing respect for Chinese people and says that their children are born with hepatitis.
And what is very interesting is that a Chinese child is born with a sick liver.
Liviu leaves the impression that every Chinese child is born with liver disease. This is not true. Researches and medical data shows that up to 20% of newborn babies in China and other Asian countries acquire hepatitis B from their mothers. In the United States, 1 out of 10 Asian Americans has chronic hepatitis B. Next, Liviu makes an astonishing scientific statement. He claims that there is no yellow race of humans. Instead, the skin color of Asian peoples is due to their chronic sick liver that causes jaundice, or yellowing of the skin.
And it's interesting that these guys, they have a chronic hepatitis. We traditionally call that yellow race. It's not a yellow race. It's a pigment, it's a biochemical substance that is produced by a sick liver.
Liviu respectfully continues his healthy scientific dump upon his unhealthy Asian friends. He calls them degenerate ethnic group, whose reflexes became slow, and who are #1 cause of the car accidents in the United States.
And that life expectancy and degeneracy goes so deep, they lose their reflexes, you know. When you have a sick liver and another vital organ affected, you lose the instincts. The highest rate of car accidents in America is made by Asians. They drive like this because they don't have reflexes because of the chronic hepatitis they have.
Liviu did not substantiate this fact by any source. Based on our research of the data provided by the U.S. Department of Transportation, Asians were on the 4th place by the total fatalities per year, and on the last place by the highest fatality rate per 100,000 population in 2006. National Highway Traffic Safety Administration also placed Asians last on their drunk driving and fatalities lists in 2010.
We're talking about deep causes that produces our country to have a pandemic of obesity, putting United States first place in the world in terms of overweight society.
According to the CIA statistics for year 2008, United States was number 18 on the obesity list, and American Samoa was number 1. A Minneapolis-based web portal, Gazette Review, compiled the top 10 fattest countries in the world list for year 2017. United States is number 10, Saudi Arabia and Kuwait are number 2 and number 1 respectively. Liviu presents his statistics in a very unconvincing way. It seems that he is having a hard time coming up with coherent answers. Also, stuttering is number 1 sign that someone is lying to you. Let's listen to his statement again.
We're talking about deep causes that produces our country to have a pandemic of obesity, putting United States first place in the world in terms of overweight society. So you are talking about 2 billion population in China easily. Life expectancy 45 years of age.
According to World Health Organization, life expectancy in China is approximately 76 years for both sexes. Other researches provide the same data, placing China at 75.5 years of lifespan on average, and Africa's Chad at 50 years. We went ahead and compared life expectancy in China with the one in Romania, Liviu's home country. Per the World Health Rankings website, Romanian people live 1 year less than the Chinese, and the number 4 cause of death in Romania is liver disease. Why is Liviu saying the life expectancy in China is 45 years? We don't know, but we believe he is doing it with respect for Chinese people.
I do have a lot of respect for Chinese culture and society.
Among multiple unsubstantiated statistical data, Liviu uses so-called food addiction index, but he never explains what he means by addiction or how the measures are obtained.
It will create dependence. Everything is over 2. The indication of everything that is over 2 index, that creates dependence.
Where did he get those numbers in parentheses? What are they based on? What the addiction index is measuring? Pleasure centers lighting up in the brain? Dopamine release? Salivation? Or just people's favorite foods? In science you can take unspecified studies or data and interpret them for your own purposes. That is a very poor use of science. Nothing profitable comes of it. It's outright deceptive. Let's put Liviu's scientific definition in writing and hear him say it again.
Everything is over 2. The indication of everything that is over 2 index, that creates dependence.
Does this look like a scientific definition? We don't think so. Liviu's fast talking is replete with disfluencies, like, that clutters sentences. Plus, some of his words sound unintelligible. Imagine if some of the great speakers, like J.F. Kennedy, would have used the same technique in their speeches.
Ask not what your country can do for you. Ask
Liviu's main problem is that he needs to slow down and process. When you speak too fast, you don't leave any nice spaces of silence between phrases and sentences, thus making your listeners work too hard. Or, Liviu may improve on his fast talking and become a professional livestock auctioneer.
Bid it done quarter, done a bid it done 2, done a bid it get 25, bid it done 206 and a quarter, on 206 done a bid it done quarter, here done a bid it get sold.